Hi students. So in my last video I have already talked about what is this cascade file. Then I have talked about this script very briefly about this classifier. Then I have shown you how this application, how does this application work, and what is its purpose. So all these stuffs. And in this video, without wasting much time, let's dive into the coding portion. I will be explaining you, as I said in my previous video, that I will be explaining you the all these statements I have written here. What is its purpose? Why I have written here? What this statement does? What this statement does? So everything. So no prerequisites are required. Just focus on today's video, and you will learn a lot of things. Okay, so in today's video, I will be mainly focusing on the frontal face portion, and in the next video, I will be talking about the eye detecting portion. Both are same almost, but yeah, let me just focus on the frontal face portion. Okay, so first thing, we have to import the cv2 module, that this package we have imported here. So I have already talked about in my previous video that this file contains features about a frontal face in an image, and what our cv2 will do, CV2 will look for those features in this file, and it will compare in our sample image, or in this case this sample3.jpg. So this is the image that so I want to detect this face over here. So yeah, so that's all about. So next thing is, so this is the classifier object I am reading from. So this is the function that is inbuilt in this CV2. So as I say, this CV2 actually makes our life very easy. Okay, just one line statement, and our job is done. So we are reading. Basically, what this statement is doing, so it is saving all those features that I was talking about in this classifier object, and next time we will pass our this image to this classifier object, and it will look for those features in this image, and if it finds that, it will return the desired output. So next we are reading im. So this img will contain our image object. So here I have not passed the flag that I have. So when I was talking about, so in our CV2 introduction video, I was talking about, when I was talking about reading images. So I have shown you that how to read image as a color image, as a grayscale image. So we have to pass a flag over here, but I have not passed any flag because I want to read it as a color image, and then I want to convert it into a grayscale image. So we have a function over here, CVT color. So it basically means convert color. So it converts from RGB to grayscale. Okay, so so this is, so I have just made a copy over here, and so this is my color image, and this is the basically the flag that I was talking about, color BGR to gray, as the name suggests. We are converting from BGR to gray. So why we are converting from, so why we are not working with colored images, why we are working with gray images? Basically, whenever we work with image, whenever you do image processing, these kinds of things, so grayscale images actually give higher accuracy than color images, because as I said, we are looking for features. Okay, now when you talk about grayscale image, it has less number of features. Okay, it means, so that let's say it is a very congested place. Then if you want to search a person in a congested place, is it easier, or if you are looking for a person in a less congested place, so which one is easier to find? Obviously less congested. So that is basically the analogy that I was trying to give. I think you have understood that. So that is the reason grayscale images give higher accuracy. Okay, so next thing is this detect multiscale. So what you are doing here, so so this face cascade is our classifier object, and it has this inbuilt method detect multiscale. First one is the grayscale image. Next parameter is scale factor. So in my last video, when I was talking about how this how everything is working in behind the scene, then I was talking about that it works in a stack manner fashion. So all that is about, so all that means is, let's say this is my image. So image is nothing but grid of pixels, right? So let's say this is the original size and original dimension, and then it looks for those features. If it finds, perfectly okay. If it doesn't find, it scales down by this amount. So I have given here 1.25, so it scales down by 25%. Okay, and it looks for bigger images, bigger faces in that image, in that scaled down image. Okay, and if it finds in that after scaling down that scaled down image, then perfectly okay. If it doesn't, then it again applies scaling down, then by 25%, and it goes on like that. Okay, so if you pass 1.05, so it scales down by 5%. Okay, so that's the thing. Minimum neighbors. So we have to basically play around with these values. So we have to check that which value is giving higher accuracy. Okay, so that's the thing. But yeah, this scale factor should be obviously greater than 1, and this minimum neighbors is actually talks about so if you have find a feature in a pixel, the intensity value, then you will look for 5 neighbors. Okay, so that's the so let's say you have detected this point, so you'll look for the 5 neighbors around this point. So that's the thing, how that is how it works. So even if you don't understand the underlying concept, you just, as I said, you just have to play around with these values, and you have to check which values are giving you higher accuracy. That's the main thing. And as I said, this scale factor has to be greater than 1. And for then so this faces, so this is basically a numpy array. I will show you the output. So this is basically a numpy array, nd array, and what these faces contains, so it actually contains 4 values. So if I talk about this image, so it returns this point, so this pixel coordinate. So this is the row value and this is the column value, right? So it returns, so first 2 values are for the row number and column number. Next is the width, as I have already talked about this in my previous video. So next is the width, and last is the height. Okay, so that's all about this faces object. And now we are just drawing a rectangle. So I have not made another video that how to draw a rectangle on an image or how to write a text. So even so on the way, if I need to do such things, I will talk about this briefly. There is nothing much to talk about. All these stuff, these are very easy. So as we have to draw a rectangle, I will talk about it right now. So as I said, first is the row number, y is the column number. So this should be my w, so width, and this should be my height, as I said. And so it will loop through this numpy array, and this is the function. As I said, our life is making this CV2 making our life so easy. Just one line of statement and our job is done. So this is the or this is the image. So this is the color image, as I say. So we have, so these faces has returned our desired output that we need to draw that rectangle, right? And this is the colored image. So first tuple is the, so this is the this parameter is actually the coordinate of this point. Okay, so we, to draw a rectangle we need 2 points. First one is this point and second one is this point. Okay, so this point it actually returns that value, as I said. And to actually calculate this point, we already have this width and height. So if we have this point and we have width and height, so to calculate this point, what does it mean? It means, let's say it, this point is actually x comma y, and w is the width and h is the height. So this point will obviously be x plus w and y plus h, right? So that is what we are doing, x plus w, and here it should be y plus h, right? Okay, so, and this one is the color that we want, the color of the rectangle we want. So it, the format is bgr format. Okay, so first one is the blue value, second one is the green, and this is the red. So I want a blue rectangle, so I have given here 255. this is the width of the rectangle, so width of the each line. Okay, so higher value means wider rectangle. Okay, that's the thing. And oh, one more thing to talk about this scale factor. So as I already said that I have given here 1.25 scale factor. So this means it starts from the original dimension and it scales down by 25%, right? So it means, and it is actually conventionally true, that lower value would be means higher accuracy. Okay, so that's the thing. So these things you have to keep in mind when you will be playing with these values, as I already said. So now this detected image, actually our desired image after drawing the rectangle, and we will just show this in a window, detected face. And that's the thing, I have already talked about this function. So now let's see the output. See, this is x comma y, and this is x plus w comma y plus h, and this is the width. Okay, so now if I show you faces, then it will be easier to understand. See, so see, as I already said, first one is the row number, second one is the column number, this is the width, and this is the height. Okay, so that's the thing. And yeah, and this is the width of the rectangle. So so higher value means, as I said, so let me show you that. So if I pass, let's say 5, see, so that's all about detecting frontal face. In the next video, I'll talk about detecting eye. For this coding portion, as I always say, I will upload this on my GitHub, and I will provide you the links in the description. And yeah, that's all about. Okay, bye bye.